Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be an energy shift reading for my dearest Capricorns. So Capricorns, from May 2022 until May 2023, we have Jupiter in Aries. And this transit is big and bold and undoubtedly one of the most important of the year. This is Aries energy and opportunities supercharged. This is the beginning of a whole new chapter in your life. Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, will be moving into the fiery skies of Aries. So get ready to charge forward, guided and protected by Jupiter's optimistic, hopeful, generous, and compassionate nature. And also get ready to take the lead in making your dreams come true. Expect blessings and abundance with this transit. So let's go ahead and see what messages come through for my dearest Capricorns out there. Clear messages and guidance, please, for my dearest Capricorns, for their highest and greatest good at this time. Clear messages and guidance for my dearest Capricorns for this Jupiter in Aries transit, please. All right, your energy, the Five of Swords in reverse, beautiful, moving away or reducing conflict, healing as well. Challenges, we have the Judgment card. Wow, making some tough decisions, but also up-leveling. Why this whole reading is going down, Two of Swords. So some of my Capricorns, you may have been stalling on making some sort of decision here. Wow, but you have the clarity that you need. What's in the mental body? The King of Wands in reverse. Okay, so there's something here that's definitely triggering for you, or maybe even for someone or a group of people that you're dealing with. In your near future, we've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. So some of my Capricorns, you are making a decision to move away from someone. I see there's quite a lot of conflict and strife. And so you're looking at how to reduce conflict, how to move away from drama. Your energy, the Three of Wands in reverse, so maybe feeling a little bit stuck. You're ready for growth and expansion, for up-leveling here, and you have the clarity. It's just about making that decision. And this transit, this coming year, is going to be really giving you that force, that power to move forward. Yeah, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, some sort of rejection or loss of passion or love. In the emotional body, Capricorn, this is your energy, the Devil. So this is you coming into alignment with your heart center, body, mind, and spirit. And the final outcome energy, Princess of Wands. I'm seeing, not the whole family because we don't have the Knight, but we have the King and the Queen and the Princess of Wands all showing up in reverse. So I definitely see that some sort of relationship or group situation may be sort of being turned upside down here. I see that there's conflict. I see that there's a lot of passion, but there's also a lot of impulsive energy that we have to take a look at. And we see the Five of Cups, so an energy of sadness or disappointment. So this is what I'm getting, Capricorn. For many of you, there's a really tough decision that you have to make at this point in time. And it may involve a group. It may involve a relationship, a family. It could be coworkers. It could just be an internal conflict that you're experiencing. But it's definitely something that is going to not only be triggering for you, but maybe for others as well. But the challenge here is the Judgment card, to use your best judgment, how to handle this appropriately, how to handle this in a way that is beneficial for you and yours. But at the same time, it is time to move away from a situation here, Ace of Cups in reverse, that may have run its course, or that's no longer emotionally fulfilling, or where there's no more passion or love. Okay, and it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be a job. It can be, a creative project that you're working on. So we see communication. So the frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and a balanced exchange. And this is kind of what I'm getting here. There's a tough decision and a tough conversation coming up. There's something here that when you run, there's some sort of information that I feel that you're getting or that you're giving, that you've run through your heart, through the center of your truth. and it may not be in alignment with you anymore. And I do feel you're a little bit worried about how that's going to be received. But, you know, never fear, Capricorn, you've got this. I do feel that you know that somebody is going to end up being disappointed in whatever decision it is that you're making. And we get fertility. All right, so 27. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing. This next year, Capricorn, you're inviting joy, creativity, excitement, love into your life, but it feels like you're making a very tough decision, maybe a decision that you've put off for quite some time. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. Boom, there it is. This is what you want. This is that download that you're getting, and you're being sort of guided and supported, Capricorn, on this journey to grow into a new and grander expression of yourselves. And in order to grow, we see with the Ace of Swords, you know, it's like baby teeth coming in, right? Babies cry, it hurts. You know, when they're erupting through the gum, it's a painful process, but it's so necessary and worth it in the end. And we see the root chakra. Wow. And I'm seeing a lot of fiery energy. So some of you may have fire in your chart. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sag. But I also see with the root chakra, the red flower of life, this frequency stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. So I feel many of my Capricorns here, you may be questioning making this change because it may be that you're in a situation that's comfortable but not exactly healthy. Now for others of you, you're so uncomfortable that your security is in question, whether that's mental, physical, financial, okay? And so it's important to achieve that balance. Now the root chakra, the root chakra is also known as the base chakra. And it's so important that we have this deep sense of trust and a sense of security within ourselves. We need stability and ease. And I feel making this decision, like you already know what you need to do here, but it's like making the decision, having this conversation and taking that action is where there's a bit of anxiety here. And so Spirit wants you to just be at home within yourself and in your body in order to go through with this. And I do feel that there is some self-doubt that creeps in here, which is normal, but Spirit's saying belief. This frequency supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to Source. So just believe and remember and know that you're being supported by your angels, by your guides, by Source energy, and that it is time to make this shift, make this change that I feel many of my Capricorns, you already know needs to be made, or I feel mentally it's already been made, this decision. But now it's about the follow through. And this Jupiter in Aries is going to really help you take those steps, even when you're not feeling so great about it or stable. Okay, so 5 of Swords energy, this is about really looking out for yourselves. This is Venus in Aquarius energy, so an energy of detachment, but leaving conflict and drama behind. 3 of Swords, healing, because there's maybe been a situation where there was heartbreak or loss. But I also feel that many of my Capricorns, you've maybe put off making this decision because you didn't want to hurt or disappoint somebody else. And Spirit's saying it's time to focus on you. Stop putting others before you. And we get the Lovers card in reverse. Yeah, some of you, you're making just a very tough decision. Some of my Capricorns, it's a very specific love message. You may have been dealing with somebody where there was a third party. You may have chosen to forgive them. But some of you are realizing that's not a reality. That's something that you can't do. And it's time to shut the door and move away from that connection. That is just a very, very specific message for like 1 or 2 of you out there. But more than anything, I just see the Lovers card is about there's a situation, work, work, love, living, family, romantic, that's just no longer balanced. And you've been putting off making the decision that's best for you because you were worried more about how anybody else would be affected. And the Judgment card is about using your best judgment. Princess of Wands, trusting this root chakra, this base chakra energy, that you've got this, that you're supported, that you know, even if you don't have all the answers and all the details nailed down to a T, that you'll be able to roll with the punches, that you're ready for this new adventure, you're ready for this exciting change. 7 of Swords, because you're seeing clearly, and in the mental body, Capricorn, you're ready to move on, you're ready for peace, you're ready for things to be easier for you. And I think you're really seeing what it is that you need to do. to make life easier. And even though it might be getting over this difficult hump or making this decision, this difficult conversation, it's like you know what you need to do, and it's just about doing it. And so this transit's really helping you. So the reason this whole reading is going down, we have the Two of Swords, because I feel like this is something that you've been going back and forth about, or you haven't been ready to take action. And with the Magician card in reverse, I feel like Spirit's telling you, Capricorn, that some of you have fallen into an energy of not believing in your own magic, and we see that here as well. So, you know, it supports your sense of self-worth based on your gifts and talents and a strong connection to source. You deserve this, okay? And some of my Capricorns, maybe you've made excuses as to why you're not ready to make this shift or this change, or why the time, you know, wasn't ready, or somebody else maybe, you know, would not benefit from these shifts and changes. And of course, I'm not talking about people that depend on you, like financially or emotionally, or children or anything like that. But I see with the High Priestess energy that you may not have been trusting your intuition. You may have been holding back under sort of this guise, I'm gonna say, or under the energy of benefiting others. But I feel like that's no longer a possibility for you, because you've had some sort of awakening. You've received some sort of, I want to say, light codes or information that's letting you know that you can no longer just stay in this gray area, that it's time to move forward. Now, we do have the Magician and the High Priestess energy in reverse. Okay, so for many of you, this to me is a very spiritual connection. So for some of you, this is about like a divine counterpart situation. Some of you may be ready to release a karmic situation so that you open yourselves up to call in your true divine counterpart. Some of my Capricorns, you may be single and moving into, you know, into union. But again, not for everybody is this about love. In the past, you have the Ace of Swords. So it's like you've received the download, the clarity, you've come into alignment. 10 of Pentacles, you know what your 10 of Pentacles is. And the Emperor in reverse, but now it's time to make those decisions so that you can enjoy that 10 of Pentacles energy, that stability, that longevity, that relationship that really speaks to you. And I feel the Emperor energy, whether that's an aspect of yourself that was telling you or making up excuses as to why you shouldn't make these changes or decisions to move towards this, I feel like Spirit saying it's already a done deal. It's just this sort of final little push or this uncomfortable conversation, decision, or course of action that you need to take. But in the mental body, the King of Wands in reverse is interesting, because I feel like there is some self-doubt here. And I feel that's why the root chakra is showing up for you, to really believe and trust in your magnetic and seductive quality, to call in the people, the situations, the circumstances, the resources that you need to make happen, whatever this is that you want to make happen here. Now, the King of Wands in reverse tells me too, you might be a little bit worried about somebody who has a bad temper, or somebody else's reaction to the decisions and actions that you're thinking about making. Two of Pentacles, but you're ready to invest in you, Capricorn, and that may mean letting go of someone or something that just wasn't yielding the results, or like yielding the results that you were looking for. Because I feel like, you know, I feel like the 10 of Pentacles in your past, the Ace of Swords, you know what your 10 of Pentacles is, you know what stability looks like, you know what you want, but it's just dethroning this Emperor, right? Now, it could be an Aries person. Again, there's fire energy here. It could be Leo or Sag, but more than anything, I feel like with the Emperor energy, it's an aspect of yourself that is worried about the reaction that others are going to have to you making these moves, saying goodbye to someone or something that maybe you've been involved with for quite some time. Because it just feels like there's something here about like impulsivity that's worrying you about other people's reactions, or maybe even worried about your own reaction to walking away or giving up this previous version of yourself. The Queen of Wands in reverse is coming towards you. So again, this is a little bit of like conflict and drama. You may have unfinished business here with somebody. Ooh, some of my Capricorns, you really are leaving a karmic situation behind, because you know it's not in alignment with you anymore. You could be married to this person. You know, it could be a friendship. It could be somebody you live with. It could be a family member. But I see here that there's unfinished business, and I think you're ready. I know you're ready to close out this cycle, but I do see that it's going to bring some sort of drama. And I feel that drama is coming from Capricorn Maybe the fact that there's been a little bit of an energy here of escapism, prolonging the inevitable, to avoid like hurt feelings or any further drama. But I feel like Spirit saying the time is now to sort of, grab the bull by the horns, close out this cycle. You're ready to travel. You're ready to change. You're ready for this next season of your life. You're ready for this up leveling, and it's almost like the decision has been made, but don't let, the devil is in the details. Yes, but don't let the details deter you, because the big picture here is happiness, fertility. This is about you growing into this new and more beautiful and more successful expression, higher expression of yourself, but it does require leaving someone or something behind. With the Three of Wands energy in reverse, this is your energy. So again, needing to make that decision, have that conversation. It feels like something might be blocked. I feel that my Capricorns are looking a lot to the past. And I also see, with the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles in your past energy, Capricorn, that many of you have achieved success. So and it's a good thing for you to look back and see, okay, what did I need to do that? What type of energy was I harnessing to be happy and to be successful? But it's also not a time to rest on your laurels. But I think it's also remembering here that, I've done this before. I've been happy. I've been successful. I've been where I wanted to be. I was balanced. So how do I tap in and milk that energy? All right. So the Seven of Pentacles, yep, something here that's out of balance. Something that wasn't reciprocating, relationship, situation, job, you name it, it has come to an end. And I feel this is again where my Capricorns are pausing or a little bit difficult. Now, it could be that there are finances involved. So for some of you, it is about getting a divorce or separation or, splitting assets and that sort of thing. But a lot of my Capricorns, you are ending something with somebody that was just draining your energy. Okay, so a situation where you were overgiving. In the exterior, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So there is something that's come to an end where there's no longer love or passion. And we see the Prince of Swords. And, it could be like, I just keep getting, for many of you, it may be a romantic situation. And it's almost like this person may be hanging on to you for assets or for money or for stability. And maybe you're believing that, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But I feel like, it's actually really negative energy. And I think you're seeing through that, and you're seeing, okay, this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. This isn't what I'm aligned with. Now, not for all of you is it a romantic situation. Again, it could be a job or it could be a family member. It just feels like something here is really draining your time, your energy, your love, your money, your resources, and it's time to have that conversation and to sort of cut away from it. Because I also feel like you're not doing anybody else any favors by staying in this situation. I also feel anybody who has done you wrong, Capricorn, and I know this is a really, really kind of different message than some of the other readings I've been doing, and I don't really love to talk about, how other people are necessarily going to be, experience karma and that sort of thing. But anybody who has been doing or has done you wrong, Capricorn, is going to get karma. And I feel like it's time for you to not worry about, especially with the Five of Swords in reverse, what other people are doing. It's time for you to focus on your stability and your healing. And it's important that you cut away from negative energy. I don't know if these are like frenemies. I don't know if this is gossip. I don't know if this is, an ex, or if it's somebody that you're getting a divorce or separation from. We get strong Libran energy here, but it's like karmic justice is going to be served, and there's very possibly somebody here who's not being truthful. Like they're one way to you, but they're another way when you're not around. Like they could be talking bad about you. It could also just be somebody who's hanging on to you in a little bit of a parasitic energy is what I'm getting, either for stability or for finances. And I feel like Capricorn, you might have felt bad about moving away from them because you were worried about, okay, like hurting them or, what are they going to do? But I feel like Spirit's saying it's time. In the emotional body, the devil, you've been dealing with some sort of karmic situation and something here that's no longer aligned with you or not healthy, but you're coming into alignment. Something here has been draining you emotionally. It's time to stop giving emotionally to that which doesn't build you up. and the Three of Wands, and it's time to get moving. It's time for growth and expansion, because something here has been dimming your light, has been keeping you depleted and stagnant, and I think you know exactly what it is, and it's time to move past it. And it may have created a considerable amount of illusion that you maybe weren't, that maybe this was your lot in life, Capricorn, or this is what you were supposed to be doing, and I just see you upending that, getting some sort of major download or awakening about your worth and your value. So I see here with the Princess of Wands, the Hierophant energy, that this is about codes of conduct. This is about your spirituality, your belief system. And the Ace of Wands in reverse, it's time to say no, Capricorn. With the Ace of Wands in reverse, this is a major rejection. And, you know, from the beginning to the end of this reading, this is what I'm getting. I'm getting that my Capricorns are nervous or hesitant to reject an idea, a belief, a behavior pattern, and most likely a person or a relationship. It could be like a job as well. There's a nervousness in rejecting this thing, whatever it is for you, because A, you're compassionate and loving, and you're worried about how it's going to affect others if and when you move on, but also because of their reaction. And I feel like you are dealing with quite a very strong personality, but I also feel that with the High Priestess and the Magician in reverse, that you are imbalanced spiritually because of engaging in this situation. And many of you, it's a karmic situation that's keeping you from your true divine counterpart. Your final outcome, the Princess of Wands and the Princess of Cups, tells me with the Hierophant energy here for you to stand strong. This is a very fixed energy, this Taurian energy with the Hierophant, to stand strong in your beliefs, your codes of conduct. I feel my Capricorns out there, you've acted and behaved above board, and now it's time to cut away from and maybe even disappoint or reject someone or something so that you can continue on your journey up level. This is what you deserve. The Princess of Cups in reverse and the Page of Wands tells me that emotionally, and maybe like emotionally your confidence may have been knocked. The Page of Wands in reverse also, I kind of feel like there's someone or something here that's trying to cloud your vision and not allow you to see clearly that you can have more and you can be more. And I don't know if that's something that somebody told you along the way that goes back to childhood, but more than anything, it feels like someone or something that you're currently dealing with or you've just recently moved away from. All right, so really interesting messages here for my dear Capricorns. Let's keep going. But I do feel with this Hierophant energy, it's about like standing strong in your convictions, your codes of conduct. You know who you are, and you've got to make a tough decision, have a very tough conversation, maybe with someone or a group of people, or even an aspect, you know, a part of yourself that allows you to move on to this higher vibrational timeline. All right, so let's see. Advice for my Capricorns. Be spontaneous and have fun. Yeah, because I feel like some of you have been just too rigid and holding back for too long, maybe for the sake of others, or because you thought that's what you were supposed to be doing, or because that was where you were comfortable. And we see activate your healing power. It is time to heal. You know, the first card out was the Five of Swords in reverse, Capricorn. So it is time to heal. Many of you too, it's time to fly. That's what I'm getting. It's time to switch timelines. It's time to have fun. There's something here that's been, you know, we see the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands in reverse. It's been too long since you've enjoyed. And I'm not saying that none of you out there are enjoying your lives or you're totally restricted, but it feels like there has been something that's been really sort of dimming your light. And we see connect to the divine with the energy of Pearl. Beautiful. So I do feel with the Hierophant energy, again, there might be self-doubt that creeps in, but Spirit wants you to know that you're supported on this path. There's just like a lot of distorted energy around you, and I feel some of my Capricorns, you've absorbed it. And we get the color red. Free yourself from pain and free yourself from, I don't know, there's something here that is, it feels like a relationship or a situation. It could be a behavior pattern of your own, but it just is something that really emotionally dysregulates you. And it's been painful, and Spirit saying it's time to heal, but also it's time to take these steps because you do this and you step into the highest expression of yourself. And we get magenta, connect to your deepest inner knowing. Capricorns, you already know what you need to do. And this transit, I'm going to say it again, is supporting you in taking those sort of seemingly difficult steps to do this. But I think it's going to be a lot easier for you than you realize. You're ready, you're prepared, and it's time to put yourself first here. Think about what's best for you. So we get symptoms, yeah. So emotional, physical, or mental stimulus has caused a reaction. Note its positive and negative impacts. Okay, very nice. Divine timing. All is happening in universal time when Spirit knows you have done the work and you are ready. And it kind of feels like you already know what you need to do. And it feels like, you know, the time is now. Spirit's telling you to believe in yourself. It's an interesting message because the message is to say, it's like saying no to someone or something that just can't come with you where you're going. And we get meditation practice. So I see many of my Capricorns, you need to connect with Spirit. And we see that coming out a few times here. A strong connection to source, connect to the divine. So definitely spending time in prayer and meditation to move through any sort of difficulties that you experience or any sort of dis-ease that you might have or lack of confidence in moving forward, because meditation calms the mind and opens communication to Spirit. Daily practice is recommended to center yourself and to ground. And we get manifestation. Yeah, my Capricorns, practice the law of attraction to attract what you want into your life. I feel like it's very clear as to what you don't want at this time. And what we think is what we create in our physical reality through thought, meditation, and daily affirmations. And I see here some of my Capricorns, you haven't been trusting your intuition. And somewhere along the line, whether it was somebody that implanted a belief or you started to believe that you couldn't have everything that you want or be who you want to be, or something was holding you back, and Spirit saying, there's nothing further from the truth, Capricorn. You've got this. You are ready. You are ready. And it's time to stop giving to this situation or person or belief or behavior that's holding you back. So clear messages and guidance, please, for my Capricorns at this time. Slow and steady wins the race, so it doesn't all have to happen, you know, stat or yesterday. All right, and be playful. Yeah, so Spirit's saying it is time to lighten up. It's time to play. It's time to connect with the inner child. But first, that inner child has to feel safe. And the way that you make that inner child feel safe, Capricorn, is by standing up for yourself, standing up for and protecting those wants, those dreams. Okay, time for a beginner mind. So you're starting something new. Yep, and there's a learning curve whenever we do something new. So it's also about not being perfect, but it's about taking those steps. Spirit saying the miracles are endless, and make your dreams real and know your worth. Yeah, so that's coming out a few times here, Capricorn. Know your worth. It's time to cut away from someone or something that has been dimming your light or hasn't been acknowledging or returning what you've been putting into it or acknowledging your worth and your value. Miracles are on their way in. Trust and believe this. You're ready. You're ready for this new journey. See the big picture. Yeah, it's time to see the big picture. All right, Capricorns, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you so much love and light. If these messages resonate, I am going to ask that you hit that like button, you share and subscribe. Also, check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading, or if you like the cards I'm using, or you want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Love and light, Capricorns. Take care.